dokie, for us again. So as I said in the last video, this is just a quick one to go over upgrading the Great Youth Purity, which is my Dauntless Class 2, that survived that battle. If he hadn't killed the Hammer of Faith right at the end of that fight in the last seconds of it, and I hadn't flown into my own torpedoes, it would also be getting upgraded now because the captain would have gained some experience. But that didn't happen. So at least the Great Purity got some experience, and we can level it up. So we've got two new things we can add to the ship. We can add an upgrade, and we can upgrade the crew. So in terms of upgrades, there's quite a lot of choices. They range from different parts of the ship. Engine upgrades increase things like turning speed, how much of the speed juice you use when you do special things, how fast the ship goes, and this is quite an interesting one, the emissions dissipator, which means special windows will not reveal the ship. I'm assuming that means that doing a speed boost will not reveal the ship, but I'm not sure, and I also don't know how that interacts with silent running. I'll need to try and find out. Generator stuff, asteroid doesn't do damage to the ship. That's quite big because usually asteroid fields are just a no-go area, but they grant cover from shots. So if you have the navigational shields, you can go and hide in asteroid belts. Shields recharge rates improved. The ship has more shields in general. You jump away to warp faster. That's good if you don't want your ships to die a lot. You can detect ships further away. The crew in replacement penalty has 50% chance of not being applied when the ship is destroyed. I think that's part of this 2 turns remaining, because it means 1 turn to prepare the ship and 1 turn to replace the crew. So if you have this, that doesn't happen. The duration of special orders increased by 50%. Your ship can continue to use special orders when the deck is destroyed. So this is the bridge, and a critical hit can destroy it. And if it gets destroyed, you can't use any of your special orders. So that just lets you do that. It's like a backup bridge. More hull, that's pretty good. Extra turrets, 3 defense turrets. I think that's going to be really popular against torpedoes. Improves the duration of silent running by 100%. I really like the sound of that. Fires last 50% less time. And then we've got the range of all macro cannons increased by 3,000 units. We've got additional lightning strike. We've got armor piercing and macro cannons. And we've got macro cannon long range penalties reduced. So that means that macro cannons do better damage at long range. So if you're going to get the macro cannon range increase, you probably want to get the range reduction first. Sadly, what I was hoping for is there's no orders that do anything to buff torpedoes. But I think I'm going to take... Sorry, I just hit the microphone there. I'm not sure what I want to take. What is the range on macro cannons at the moment? 6,000. So I'm not too sure exactly if the macro cannon of all ships ranged to 9,000 units. I'm not really too bothered about being at long range because I end up fighting quite close in anyway. It's a lot of knife fighting. Macro cannons ignore enemy armor at 3,000 units less. Now, I have been that close. I'm going to give that a try. It's probably a bad choice, but we'll try armor piercing ammunition. Now, the other thing we can do at this point is we can upgrade our crew. So there's 5 different members of the crew, or representatives of members of the crew. You've got the Commissar, and in general what he does is he stops your ship running away from the fight. And there's different triggers that can cause it to do that. So the other thing to bear in mind is you don't never need to bother upgrading the Commissar on your flagship because you're in charge of it and you're not a coward. So since at the moment this ship is my flagship, I'm not really going to bother too much with the Commissar. The Navigator, I think, is really there for the single player campaign because your ships can get lost on the way to a fight and not show up, and show up late. So that's something that I don't really think, I think at least we don't need to upgrade in the multiplayer campaign, but maybe we do. The Tech Priest makes emergency repairs a little bit better for each level, which is okay. Emergency repairs, I don't know if it's won me a game. It might have won me the game that time actually, because I did do emergency repairs on both ships, and they both had a tiny amount of health at the end, so it might have just hit the edge for me there. The Master Gunner just increases the critical chance of Lances and macro cannons. Now, this ship hasn't got Lances, it's just got macro cannons, so I'm not sure how good that's going to be for this ship. The ratings, who are just your dudes on the ship who do the basic jobs in the background, they... Oh, actually, I misspoke. That's what the servitors do. The ratings are used for fighting. So basically, higher troop value means your ship's better at boarding. So that makes my ship better at boarding. Finding the servitors, which is just the cooldown of all skills. Reading through these, this seems like a no-brainer. So we're going to get level 1 servitors on this ship. And that's it. That's basically our prep for that turn done. So for our next time, I'm going to go in. I'm going to play some more games. I'm going to save any upgrades I get until the end of my next video, so I'll be playing with unupgraded ships, but that's fine, we can do like a big upgrade video, and my next video will be with a cruiser rather than light cruisers. So I will see you then, and I hope you're enjoying these videos. Please let me know if you are, or you hate them, or whatever, because I like reading comments. Okay, thanks, bye.